We are not obliged to really cater those chemical or drug. It is also our identity as Filipinos. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today's video, I will going to show you my 3 duties and responsibilities as a Filipino citizen. And this kind of content is kind of different with the common contents that the YouTubers has been implemented, and my main purpose of having this one is also to raise awareness for ethical manner that we are really intended to do, so that we have a fair equilibrium of attention for both government bodies, especially when creating laws. So as a citizen, we are obliged to really follow those rules. And yeah, basically that's my content was all about. So at this moment, we will going to start. So the first duties and responsibilities that I usually do with myself is always the respect. So I know that this kind of term is kind of common with the Filipino culture. Indeed, it is also a manner that every one of us should always to do, especially when we are able to be interact with others people, especially with our parents, grandparents, or any people that has higher backgrounds or ages. So we usually have a various methods or strategies that we can able to show respect each one of us. So in my case, I usually conduct it in respect through mano po. So I know that it is very common in Filipinos to do that, and basically you just put your hands on their head. So the main purpose for that is to also to show them that they are being respected and to give an honor. The second one is obeying the rules, and I know that as part of our responsibilities as a citizen, we are obliged to really follow the rules of what the government mandated us to do, especially when we're talking about the government policies or the 1987 Philippine Constitution. So I know that some of us really know what kind of implementations that for us citizens really need to do. So basically, with this kind of act, we shall really give a higher degree of respect, especially when they implemented a national anthem or just portraying the Philippine flag. So what is, like the main purpose of this kind of method is that to really show our nationalism, since we are part of the Philippine territory, and we must really proud of what our backgrounds, since we are born as Filipinos. So the third one or the last one is kind of different from the common duties and responsibilities that I usually do, and it was merely focuses on my cultural identity, which is I am a member of a indigenous peoples community here in Davao City. So this third responsibilities is to, as a citizen or as a member of our community, I really need to participate in those cultural movement that we entitled us to do. I know that Filipino culture is kind of really a broad term in our mindset, but when it comes to our cultural implementations, we have this kind of difference when we able to talking about this topic. So usually when there's a set of activities that entitled us to do, such as IP month celebration, or there's a activities that is correlated with the festival, such as here in Davao we celebrated Cagayan Festival. So as much as we can, our duties was really needed to really expose ourselves with this kind of prospect. It is because the main purpose of having this kind of implementation is to really preserve our cultural practices that our ancestors has already been started to evolve And as this generation, we continue to really going through the process of really acknowledging the presence of the cultural skills, the traditions and practices that that it is really it kind of exists in our communities. In terms of my my conclusionary part, one thing that I can recommend for you, my viewers, is to really preserve our duties and responsibilities, because we need to have a continuum development in our actions, because in an ethical way, the main purpose of having the duties and responsibilities is to really measure our actions that has appropriateness to the degree of others. That's it. I hope that you learned something about my concept today, and I hope that this kind of educational the educational concept is really and deliver your awareness that as Filipinos we have this kind of set of rules and responsibilities that we really need to do. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a nice day. Bye.